always coming in. So that's a little bit of what I work a lot on this. First off, striking. I always use open palm because it's easier, because you don't measure stuff. So you know, one basic drill that I like, especially right hand. You know, most people out there are right-handed, and then we'll either throw straight up or swing. Right? Those are the two basic things. Now I don't know what's coming. I don't care. I'm gonna do my. Yeah,
Joe, put the drill in for me.
Somebody.
Whatever.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do my my same entry.
Actually,
my
you
irimi, with this kind of head cover.
Oh, you just gotta cut out.
Yeah, I just got a toenail cut on.
If it's straight, I enter. If it's a hook, I enter. I don't care. I don't know what's coming. So I'm just gonna always do it. And do it. You know, whatever comes, I'm just coming in and then start working from there. But he is stepping in now. One of the things is, a lot of people don't gauge distance really well. So you don't reach me. And you don't have to meet every punch that is coming. Just make the uke commit. Like if you know your distance, now you can enter. Now he's gonna be in a completely different. So let's do a little drill if you want of just that checking your distance. Like just make sure now I can enter, and he's gonna be completely balanced. So just play with the distance a little bit. Not every time, you know, like it's too far. Like I just need to move a little bit. So enter. Sometimes not enter. Sometimes you're moving. If you have the space, obviously. If you're backed up against the wall or something, then I have to enter, like no matter what. So just play with the distance. Again, the same drill, but just play with the distance. Here. Not here. Because then he can connect one of his own and then we'll go down. Okay? So this protect, this attack, this protect. Okay? My jaw is always gonna be covered, either by my hand or by my shoulder when I'm extended. Okay, so focus on that just a little more. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what
Fucking balance and shit.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with this thing, but it's irritating. So I hope it shuts off and goes black so you can see what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm sitting here recording and all of a sudden the screen goes completely black, but I don't know if it's actually recording. And then when it comes back on, the counter's still going. And this thing is like zoomed out like super far, which I never knew it was able to do that when I played with it just like half an hour ago. Yeah, it's like it's never done that. I had no clue that the lens went out that far. But this grid is irritating as shit. I wonder if it's because you got like really close and that's what shut the camera off. That, you know, maybe it was
It could be.
maybe it just did that and it sensed it and went black, but
I hope it doesn't turn us again.
I don't even have to wait. Whatever you write, if I go in, I don't have to wait. Yes, that's not how you don't have to do it. You're gonna choose.
One last thing, guys. An important one. After we finish, like he's attacking, you know, you can defense it or whatever. Don't immediately drop your hands when you're disengaging. I'm still in this range. You're still in my range. So, like you finish your drill, whatever, and keep your hands up. Like when you take distance again, keep your hands up. Then engage. Because a lot of the time, I finished my drill. No, that's a bad habit. So, you know, I attack. Until I'm far enough, then I can relax. Once I'm here, hands go up. Okay? So just nice. That's it.
Yeah, I do a couple more. You can feel what happens in that elbow. Yeah.
So do you know the model?
yeah.
How the fuck is this off?
I want it off, otherwise you can hear it.
Yeah.
You'll hear it sitting there. Yeah,
like doing it
yeah.
too.
You'll start hearing noises.
Cyber shot. Let's see. Cyber shot.
And they come in strong where they got to deal with it. Right. And if they do go to the body.
Like, no, like I don't know, like how the fuck do you call that line?
Yeah, I don't know. It's some.
Balancing some.
I mean, if it was, you know what I'm saying, if it was detailed in the menu, you'd be able to find it and shut it off. But it's like you don't even know what the hell this is called.
Yeah.
Knock somebody out without much. Especially if they're tense and they're driving in and you just pop that. Right. You can just knock that hole. I work hard, you know. Especially at 100 right in that square. I can just hit it.
He hasn't shot in a while, right?
What?
He hasn't shot off in a while, right?
No, I don't think so. No, it hasn't. But it was like,
Yeah, like keep turning.
yeah. Now it seems to be fine.
But
But
I know it's still fucking annoying because you're seeing that thing in there.
yeah, it's like we use this camera every weekend, and this never has came up. Like all of a sudden, this is on here.
Camera get excited too, Lenny.
Yeah, must have.
Really have to worry about aim when you're that close. You can't help but hit. Right. Especially when it's coming in. Backing out. I don't have to worry about it. Right.
See, if you're that close, like don't throw your hand. You're too close, like you don't keep going. If you're that close, just keep it here, keep it. Yeah.
The hell is this thing called?
Nice body shot. Yeah. Nice body shot. Okay, guys. Lenny, do you have anything to add to this, contribute or something to this part?
No, actually, I'm fine. I mean, I like what you were doing with the cover and coming up like that. I'm trying to get good footage of this. See, now I got this square thing on his fucking face. See that?
Face recognition.
It's like all of a sudden there's that shit going on.
What else?
And by the way, and here's where I want to actually feather this into the topic that I wanted to cover with Lenny, and that is that rolling block. Yeah. Because
The ukenagashi.
that ukenagashi. This is just a very fine technical version of exactly the same rollover. And to me, and the other thing I'll do is I'll do the same drill and I'll turn the lights off. So now when you can't identify what's coming, you just see something coming, you just come up, and now you're safe. You don't have to see the exact angle, where the arm is precisely in space, because you know you get attacked in the dark, it's raining, flashing lights, who knows what's going on, you can't make it out, and you cover up, and then you can turn to face whatever pressure you got and just go. So my students like that occasionally when I'll turn the lights off, just a little light off in the corner, so it's not totally pitch black. And a dojo without windows is perfect for that, because now you can feel. And I'll tell you, the first thing that happens, when I get students that got the bad habit of they come into range and their hands are dangling down, you turn the lights off and immediately they come up, they're like, oh boy, I don't want to.
That's a good routine.
Yeah, exactly.
We turn the lights off in this place, none of that shit will work. Because you can't even see your hand in front of your face, it's so black in here.
And that's why, for my place, I've got a backlit gate that has just enough light that you can see a little bit of movement. But
So, you know, I was doing it with Tristan. I don't know if you have anything.
no, that's good. Go ahead.
And I saw you doing it too. Body shots. Body shots are very important. A lot of people that I've talked to, myself too, fighters, would rather get hit on the head really bad, like get a knockout, than receive a body shot. That is horrible, guys. Especially liver shot.
Yeah.
So one thing to improve your striking, work a little bit on your body shots, and that's gonna make your nage also start, you know, shaking that. Again, this doesn't happen a lot on the streets. Not many people throw body shots, but you to have this offensive tool it's really good. So if we can work again, we're doing the same drill again, just same drill, your entries, your distance, but now let's allow that to happen. You know? The distance changes now. The only way I can land body shots is when I'm this close. Okay? So if you can also, here comes the strategy. That's another thing that we don't work much. My strategy, when I'm attacking, when I'm using it. Like I'm making cover, you know? Exactly. Yeah. So I can drop this and now this is covered. So you go up or down, whatever. So like a school can work a little bit when you're close enough. Like he's covering here, it's good. Again, strategy. I throw a couple of hard ones. Yeah. He's gonna eat that. Okay? So work body, work head a little bit light. And again, if you place this one right, no matter who it is, no matter how tough the guy is, he's gonna drop. On the head, yeah, you know it hurts. I mean, if it's hard, I don't know. Liver, doesn't matter. Good place, people are going down. So let's work on it a little bit too. Okay? And work combinations, that's another thing. Single shots might work, but for you martial artists, work a little bit of bam-bam combinations. 2, 3, bam. Get close and work your body. I see, now you guys.
Don't say it. I mean, it doesn't take much. Like you swing into him, it's like you start getting bit. Especially when
he starts, this is fine, this is fine. When he starts coming in,
well, I was actually trying to I thought you were going to come back up. Look,
you're giving this right? So as soon as he starts moving,
oh yeah.
get in.
Good. All right,
see? Now you're in. See, now you're attacking with your defense. It's removing and that's it. Hands up, guys. Hands up.
not good. That works too. Is that too much?
I would switch.
Okay.
Me over that one.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, coming into the nice. Okay, guys. Good. Questions, thoughts?
No, it's good. I really like your point of when I'm practicing Hinage, I'm not just gonna throw in weak. I should be trying to make this.
Yeah,
this is my body mechanics practice.
Exactly, for you, because what's the difference between this and this? I mean, it's more realistic, but we're still not doing correctly, and it's not good for us. So, throw good punches, and then at the beginning of the class to warm up, or at the end of the class or something, go hit the back, and, go at it. Like, let's see how much you can just go all out on the back. 30 seconds maybe? So if you have a good control, people are going to get out. And if you don't have the cardio to endure it, you're going to lose whatever you're doing, defending or attacking. So that's also a big important thing, like just try to go on the back or pads or whatever and go as hard as you can. See how much it requires how much it takes from you to like really hit hard. So, and we're training, most days of the week. Most people out there that are going to attack you, they don't train, so they're not going to last that much. A lot of people have a lot of stamina anyway, like naturally, but that's why we're doing this. So
Nice. Excellent. Great
anything,
job.
Tristan?
I think we need to drag him in here and get him off the camera.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what you guys got a whole list. Go through the list. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
When it's my turn. Oh, you're finally turning that on?
No, it's got a 30-minute limit. To
Oh, okay.
So I got to restart it every periodically. So, I suppose the next thing is, and this is something. There's a great video out there of a guy getting he's unloading a truck in the middle of the street, and this guy's just all up in his, swearing at him, and he's like a hornet. He just won't go away. The guy comes out and then he kind of jumps back and he keeps swearing at the guy, and the guy goes back to unloading his boxes, and he comes back up and he's barking at him, and he starts throwing boxes on the ground. I always thought, well, what do you do against the angry hornet that won't actually commit to an attack? But he's not going away either. He's just harassing you and going. It's like, to me, that of Hauro Francisco. And this is where I really like the savate integration, because you've got the longest weapon down at the legs, but I'm not going to turn into, wild taekwondo kicker. But he's every time I close, he starts backing up because he doesn't want to have any part of it. But then I turn and he's right on me again. But from here, I can actually just get that leg kick in. Now with bare feet, this isn't very bad. With shoes, it's horrible. Yeah, it's just boom, and you just kick the knee. But now for him to get punch close, he's got to get past those kicks, or a toe kick right into the bladder. Just toe kick it up, and it's front foot weapon. You can see how I've got range. He's not in punching range, but I can easily start getting the knees. So if he's staying out of range, you make him either have to back off, or he's got to commit past the legs. But these shots are really fast, and I'm not off my feet for just about a moment. And my favorite story with this, called it a coup de pied bas, is what this is. My favorite story back in my old dojo when I first learned this, my instructor loved it. He's like, I'm going to teach this to the kids, because a little kid with an adult, very potent. One of the parents there went home, because he had a son in the class, 7 years old. He's like, I got to teach this to my 4-year-old daughter, and she was not even old enough to be in the class. And this dude's bigger than me. He's built like Joe, my height. And he says, all right, honey, what I want you to do is swing your leg, and I want you to kick me in the shin. And before he can say, do it slow, she's like, okay, Daddy, boom, and just dropped it right to the ground immediately. So there's a swing, 4-year-old leg going right into an adult's shin, and that was it. Just dropped it. Now, it may not actually drop somebody, but it stings him for a second. That leg goes back, and now you enter with the elbows. So if I hit that, the head drops, and now you can enter with what we just did. It's the same principle you're doing with the body. Make him worry about high, and then attack low, and now that's where you can enter without having to deal with his attacks. Very, very simple. You want power. Just practice on. Imagine a magnet. Your foot's a magnet. That steel goes straight in. Nice and hard. Don't do it on a live person hard unless you put on shin pads. But here's maybe where you get distracted and just make him start worrying about the legs. And he's got to either back off or get into it. The beauty part of the coup is that we can be in a clinch and I can still pound that in there. It's very easy to get. You're hitting ankle, lower part of the bone. Nobody has got enough muscle around the front of their leg to stop that from hurting. And this has also changed my shoe buying habits. I always look for a shoe with a fairly hard sole and a fairly sharp ridge around the sole, because if everybody's walked into a coffee table in the middle of the night, you know how tender that is. And all you need to do is just swing the leg in, and you'll either get bent over immediately, or the leg will shoot back and you'll get them in.